welcome back to our channel PrashY. Learning is fun. In this module, I am going to help you out in answering two questions from physics under the topic electric current. Let's see the questions. How does a battery maintain a constant potential difference between its terminals? Why does a battery discharge when its positive and negative terminals are connected through a conductor? So let's try to answer these questions. So to find the answer for these questions, we need to know the working of a battery. So first of all, let us see what are the parts in the battery. So this is a battery. A battery consists of two metal plates. These two metal plates are called electrodes. So these two plates are called electrodes. In between the electrodes, a chemical is filled. This chemical is called as electrolyte. This chemical is called as electrolyte, which contains positive and negative ions. So this electrolyte consists of positive and negative ions. Positive and negative ions. These positive and negative ions, they move in opposite direction. They move in opposite direction. This electrolyte exerts a certain force called Fc on these ions. This force makes the ions to accumulate separately on opposite plates. So depending upon the nature of the electrolyte, the positive ions accumulate on one plate called anode. So all the positive ions will accumulate on one plate. So this plate is called as anode. And all the negative ions will accumulate on another plate. So this plate will become cathode. When sufficient number of charges accumulates on the plate, there develops another force. This another force is called as Fe. Process of accumulation of charge will continue till equilibrium is attained between the two forces. That means until Fc is equal to Fe. At this situation, the ions will not move due to balanced forces. So on each ion, for example a positive ion or a negative ion, two equal and balanced forces will act. That is Fc in one direction and Fe in another direction. So they both will be acting on the ion, and so the ion does not move. So this stage we call it as equilibrium state. So at this stage Fc will be equal to Fe. Now this is the condition when we buy a new battery. Okay. Due to this equilibrium, there exists a constant potential difference between the two terminals of a battery. Okay. Finally, this is the reason for the constant potential difference between the two terminals of the battery. So we have got the answer for this question. Now let us see, why does a battery discharge when its positive and negative terminals are connected through a conductor? This process happens inside the battery when the battery is not connected to any source. Now let us see what happens when this battery is connected to a source with the help of a conductor. So when a battery is connected to a source with the help of a conductor, then potential difference is created between the two ends of a conductor. This potential difference sets up an electric field. So electric field will generate in this direction. So as we know that the conductor contains large number of electrons. So these electrons, the free electrons, they start moving in the conductor in this direction. In this direction, we all know that current direction is opposite to the electron direction. So electrons will be moving along the conductor. The electron which is near to the positive terminal of the battery, it is attracted by this positive charge and it starts moving towards the positive terminal. So when this electron moves towards the positive terminal, this results in the decrease in the amount of positive charge. So the positive charges decrease on the plate, and so the electric force, that means Fe, decreases and Fc becomes decreases and becomes less than Fc. So now what is the condition? Fe is less than Fc. Fe is the electric field, and whereas Fc is the chemical force. Okay. So when this Fc is greater than Fe, this electron is influenced by the Fc, and Fc tries to pull the electron towards negative terminal. So when this Fc pulls the negative ion from positive plate and drives it towards the negative plate, due to strong repulsion between the negative ion and the negative plate, this electron is pushed into the conductor. So the total number of electrons in a conductor remains constant during the current flow. And again, the process of accumulation of the charge will continue until equilibrium is maintained between the two forces. That means if previously Fe is less than Fc, so again the accumulation starts, and again Fe will be balanced by Fc. As a result, this Fc becomes weak and becomes 0. So when Fe is equal to 0, the battery is said to be completely discharged. So to recharge the battery, we need to plug in the charger. So thus, when the battery is not in use, we have Fe is equal to Fc, and the battery is in use, Fe is less than Fc in use. Thus, we have got the answer for this question. Why does the battery discharge when the positive and negative terminals are connected through a conductor? Thank you.